Hey, what's up, fam? I was able to actually get through 21, 22, and 23 of Memesis before I could actually make the next video. Like I said, the last two I was trying to figure out how to split them up, but chapter 19 and chapter 20 I had to make videos on them as they were just because they were really interesting to talk about. I managed to read all three of the other five chapters without stopping to make individual videos. So I'm gonna try and summarize. I'm gonna try and summarize them all fairly well because luckily half of 21 was kind of like explaining the end of 20 where they had like it pretty much brought in an isekai character, which is hilarious. So they had this girl who was like cleaning a mirror. She was like cleaning at a garage, her grandpa's garage, and found a mirror and got sucked into the world. And you could tell that you can tell the author is noting how isekai characters always get some unfair cheat, and there's a bit of a joke on it, and that's why this chick Kyoko has a laser cannon for a hand as her isekai power, which is pretty hilarious. And she's like, I've read a manga similar to this. This is a classic case of cleaning your grandfather's warehouse and getting isekai to a fantasy world while getting a hand blaster situation. And it was one of those like they tried to do overly the joke, but I think it fit just because of the self-awareness of the trope itself, which is pretty funny. And I think like looking at the name of one of the manga that she's reading, it says RE and then a bunch of kanji. I'm wondering if it was supposed to be ReZero or something. Anyway, it's pretty hilarious because also the characters all pretend like they understand her explanation. Obviously, none of them know what manga or isekai is or Tokyo is. But then it brings in this girl, May. What is her name? I think May Fun something. I think they just call her May for short. Who's like this Chinese martial artist style character, and her sisters told her to be careful of dudes. I'm guessing for obvious reasons of one of those chicks who just is like only believes in the negative male stereotypes, but I don't know, she maybe eventually she'll learn differently, and she'll learn that only some dudes are bad. I mean, though this is a Japanese manga, so there's gonna be a lot of lewd people. Actually, no, because out of their whole team, the only like lewd molesty person is Rose, and she's a lesbian. So if anything, she should have to look out for the lesbian. That's pretty funny. But they're kind of like going over her like I like her character weaknesses. She's in this fantasy world and all this like crazy fiction stuff, and she's like a nerd, so she wants to like take notes and write for her stories. But she's right-handed, and her hand is a right now a laser gun, so she can't write at all. I think that's funny. That's like worthy of its own like short like comedy spin-off story. Is this character who's a writer? Like this is all these amazing ideas. I can think of so many good things, and then can't because of the isekai power. Anyway, so they leave the ice world, go to the next floor, and that's where they run into Rose and Lamuka, the archer elf. I don't know. I can't believe I said Elcher Arf for real. That wasn't even a joke. God damn it. Anyway, I honestly was wondering like I forgot they got separated, and I was just like Rose has been really quiet for a while. Maybe it's because the extra character this time is a dude, and she's obviously a lesbian. But they're in this room with all these masks, and the whole point of the room is that the masks all shoot up these spirits, and they possess people and bring out their innermost desires, as to show vessels for uh, the Demon Lord project to try and get more people for the Demon King's army. After three of his Demon Lords have been killed by Ash, Kujira, Rose, and Leon, and you got like Jogi and he wants to gamble. You've got you've got Kyoko who's just like I cheated this because I have an unfair power, and she's like laughing and just shooting the place. I thought that was pretty good. May's like crying because she misses like her sisters and wants just to go home and see how they are. And Lumuka is just like talking about she wants to, obviously she wants to get hollowed out by Ash and Kujira. Nothing new. This poor girl just she unfortunately is in with two guys who are trying really hard to not fall prey to women's charm because they're a bit untrustworthy of them because of the chicks that got him kicked off of Leon's team. Obviously, look, fucking Rose just turns into like a JoJo character, gets buff, and then just is funny for the rest of it and starts like sexually harassing the shit out of Lamuka, which is it was just odd because I thought it was gonna be like a face, and that was just like the response face, but she stayed like a JoJo character the whole time. But what was interesting is when Kujira and Ash got the spirits in them, and I thought this made sense to their characters as well, and it was kind of cool for character development. But at the same time, like, God damn it, what's going on? Is they were actually like still emotionally very scarred of Leon. They're like, you were really cool, we were your friends. Why'd you leave us? When are you gonna let us be on your team again, and we could all be a trio like we used to? It was I didn't expect it. I thought it was gonna be like that thing, like they were gonna go rage mode, and then wreck the place and then get up to the next floor. And then that was going to happen. I mean, I didn't expect this, but it makes sense their character as their motivation. Obviously, they still want to be Leon's friends, but they're pissed off at him, which also could add a little bit to their character. And honestly, it's like a low key character development too, which is pretty cool. But I thought it was hilarious that the thing that kind of they did is they're like, man, why would you leave us and leave? And they're pretty much said the other person out of the two of them, Ash and Kujira, they're like, why would you leave Kujira? He's so awesome. And Ash is like, no, you're awesome. And they pretty much got into like a, no, you're way cooler. And then they got pissed off. They're like, I will never let anyone insult my friend, even if it's that same friend. And then they just get in a fight, which, uh, which is mostly them being nice to each other and like, here's a dance I did for you to show our friendship. It's like, here's these flowers I got as a gift because you're so great and such a good friend. And then they're like, "You're my brother." It's pretty funny, and the succubus chick whose name I forgot is just like, "What the fuck? Are you sure these guys aren't gay?" Which I thought was hilarious. Uh, Manji, I think his name is Manji. The samurai goes and uses Bushido technique to push the spirits out, and then it kind of goes over to what I've been waiting for a while. I really wanted to see this Devaloon guy, the demon lord of this tower, because I really like this author's designs like a lot, and I saw like just like the silhouette of the guy, and it was hyped up for him, and when I got up to him, he's like this edgy looking Bishi, and he's got like this dude has like raptor legs. He's got like a black fur like full coat. He's got like this sick chest tattoo. He's got one horn, and he's got like this badass giant black, like, I don't know, claymore, I'm guessing, or something. He looks awesome. He's like when I was talking about with just really quick before I end this, uh, with the last My Hero Academia chapter with I think his name is I don't remember. I just call him Edgebird. The you know who I'm obviously if you were the series, you know I'm talking about Edgebird. His whole thing is the point of being edgy, and even though edgy can be at some point you're like, God damn it, you tried way too hard. Edgy can be really cool, just like and with the character, it's like, yeah, the point for him is to be edgy, just so be edgy. Don't hold back. It'll look fine for the character, so it's cool. This guy is edgy as fuck, and he's a good example of being edgy as fuck and it looking really good. Like this dude looks so cool. So I'm looking forward to the next chapter. I like this. Check Memesis out. It's so much fun. It runs in the same magazine as Marygrave. It's one of those manga that's really a lot of like a really good read and only isn't probably noticed because it's not one of the bigger magazines, but it needs to get more popular. Both of Marygrave and Memesis like deserve animes. They deserve to be those talked about shows. They're just they like Marygrave takes a very good turn with the whole action adventure romance, but makes it a romance feel way better with the fact that the main character is already married to the other main character, and Memesis just all the kind of twists and like comedic like bends on some tropes. It's just a lot of fun. So check these out. If you like my videos, like my content, check out my other videos. I do mostly manga stuff. Fairy Tail, Eden Zero, Black Clover, soon to be Radiant. When it comes out in about 2 weeks, it's the first official French manga turned Japanese anime. So that should be pretty cool when that arrives. And I'm gonna do a couple other animes. I'm gonna announce them when I get my 500 sub video, which is gonna be soon. I'm at 485 or 486 actually. I think. Yeah, 486. So if you would like to subscribe to my channel, if you like what I do, I'd appreciate it. If you aren't already subscribed to me, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I'm gonna do a stream in a little bit. I just wanted to do these Memesis videos because I like the series, and man, I hope that you guys like the videos. Actually, God, I'm gonna do the streams on Tuesdays, and then over the weekend. I don't know why I'm saying soon when I might not release this on Wednesday. But anyway, yeah, thank you very much for listening. Bye.